Has the market come down to the point where we can look through this brutal moment to the other side, the post-corona future? Sure, we can look, but we can't always touch, meaning you shouldn't be too eager to buy sizably here because we have to be prepared for some more ugly headlines. The infection and death rates are about to soar here. I'm predicting some giant bankruptcies, some failed drug trials against the scourge, and talk about, well, who knows, how about insurrection against kulak hedge fund managers? Still, we need to keep our eyes on the prize, and that prize is what works once the smoke clears, although it could just be the smoke from a distant fire. First, the stay-at-home economy isn't going away. You can't put this remote working thing genie back in the bottle. We've discovered that working from home is actually a pretty good way to do business because video conferencing software has gotten so good. From Cisco's WebEx to Zoom Video, these tools make it seem like you're right in the room. Maybe it's not as good as a handshake, but it's a lot more convenient and certainly more sanitary. Think about how much time we normally lose every day commuting to work. Think about all the carbon emissions that spew into the atmosphere. Turns out that's unnecessary for millions of people. That's a huge lesson, and it won't be unlearned, which is why Cisco and Zoom just won't quit. That's not the only software we need, though. It's much easier to do cybersecurity for an office building than for a distributed workforce. But we have solutions that can tackle the problem. I like Okta and Zscaler, CrowdStrike. More on Zscaler later. Second, 5G. I cannot stress this one enough. In a world where people stop working from the office, 5G is king. You need the speed of 5G so that you can connect to the office and so you're really there. That's Qualcomm, which is why the stock surged when the company announced a 5% dividend boost last week and when Mollenkopf was on this morning when we interviewed him. Verizon, beautiful, bountiful, 4.6% yield. Steal at these levels. And if it gets hit on the next market-wide beatdown, I buy a hand over fist. Wait till you hear them later in the show. Next is DocuSign. I bought a house today. Fixer-upper. But I couldn't go to the closing because I didn't want to catch the super flu. So the closing came to me via DocuSign. Took 2 whole clicks to seal the deal. Winner. Speaking of doing things remotely, Teladoc, the publicly traded telemedicine play, it's now worth $10 billion. I know this company loses money, but telemedicine just got greenlit by the feds. I have a Medicare email to prove it. Anything that lets you see a doctor without actually going to the doctor's office is a winner during this pandemic. It's cheaper, it's more convenient, it's a heck of a lot safer. I'm seeing banks closing branches because of COVID-19. Will they really need to reopen? I wonder whether the New York Stock Exchange will question the way they work if the machines do a good job. I mean, that would be a shame. I love having humans involved, but they don't exist at the NASDAQ, so is this a sad precursor? What else? Amazon's now stronger than ever because it's the retailer of choice when you can't really go shopping. There are tons of people who had their routines upended and now realize that you can use Amazon for things they never even thought about imagining before. All sorts of household goods. Amazon and Walmart are coming out on the other side stronger than ever, so is Costco. I wonder if Amazon hits an all-time high when so many of its brick and mortar competitors go under, and that's going to happen. Last trend, at least for now, people play video games when they're cooped up at their home. Activision Blizzard and Take-Two have some of the hottest games. Let's see what Verizon says about that later in the show. People still watch Netflix. Hey, get this. They order pizza from the few remaining outlets that are still open. Domino's. Most restaurants are getting killed here. But the one big exception, the places that were always focused on delivery, Domino's is king, surged 11% today. Eventually, there will be lots of winners. But for now, you should focus on these companies that can thrive even during the pandemic. Because sadly, both this trend and the pandemic may just be getting started. Ray in New York. Ray.
Hey, good afternoon, Jim. How are you?
I am good, Ray. How are you?
Doing good. Can't complain. Want to, first of all, say thank you for all your help and knowledge you're sharing with us for all us investors getting us through this difficult time.
Oh, you're quite welcome. You have a great staff that comes in and every day puts up with me because I'm going bad here. What's up?
I hear you. My question is Ring Central, RNG. They had a peak of like 250 and now recently came back down to like 150 this week, and it's starting to creep back up. Do you think it's a good entry? Or
I can never recommend a stock that's up 19 on a given day. I just can't do it. I have to absolutely wait. I do like Ring Central very much, though, as you know. Let's go to Ken in North Carolina. Ken.
Big booyah from Lake Norman, Jimmy.
Oh, what's happening?
Man, I've been trading around a position in Tesla. Recently sold off 80% of my investment when the stock got up to 900, and I kept 20% so I could remain invested. I've been struggling with what to do as it's been going down. Last
Tesla
week it went down under 400.
You buy Tesla. Get the irony here. Ford had to cut its dividend. Ford Motor. But who's got the best liquidity? Tesla. And Elon Musk, meanwhile, one ventilators, he'd probably make the best. I bet you he could come up with a Minute Maid test for this darn thing. You buy the stock of Tesla. Look, we can look, but we can't always touch. Eventually, there'll be lots of other winners. But for now, stay focused. There's a handful. Much more Mad Money ahead. With more people working from home these days, as I just talked about, people need their internet connections now more than ever. So I'm talking with high yielder Verizon later. Then, how VMware is well positioned to help you get through working remotely. And I'm eyeing one company that's been working despite the market recent sell-off. Don't miss my exclusive with Zscaler. How can I help you? Stay with Cramer.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.